So we have our 540. We did it in the last video. It's a full spin and a half. Okay? That's a 540 on one axis, meaning the spin axis. I'm just spinning around an invisible line that goes through this part of my body. When you start getting into off-axis skills and even on-axis skills, especially with flipping, we calculate the rotations differently. So when you're doing gymnastics or more traditional skills, we'll always say 1.5. So technically, in gymnastics, the same 540 is actually just a 1.5. It's pretty simple. It's one spin and half a twist, or two spins for two full twists. In off axis, because we're mixing and it gets a little tougher to see exactly what's happening, we're not going straight over or on one axis on spin, we start to combine the numbers. So technically, instead of saying a one spin and a half, we say a 540, which is 180, 360, 540. A 180 all the way up as we add through it. This is important because once we start getting into these off-axis skills in the future, we're gonna be speaking those terms. We're not gonna be speaking 1.5s in gymnastics. So a couple examples I can show you is a gymnastics front half is gonna be a front flip with a 180. That wasn't my cleanest, but you'll see that I go straight over the top on that. Versus in off-axis freestyle world, we would do something called a Misty 540, which is essentially the same thing, but a little bit more mixed up. You see I'll roll over my back and I don't go straight over my head. That's the basics behind calculating rotation. It gets a little more complicated as you get into doubles, but you can always just try to count the amount of spins in off axis and go by degrees, 180, 360, 540, 720, 900, all the way up.